Okay, in this video I want to show how we can use reusable methods in Cypress. Usually in any uh, framework I mean basically in Selenium what we have is like we have a in framework we will have a separate folder, or we call it as a package, in which we call it as a utility. Under that we have all the classes that can be reused, say calling from the property files or connecting to the database. These are all, like, you don't have to keep on repeating those. It will be efficient enough if we don't use same code every time. If we can have a command that can be set once and then can be used across the test, then that is how we want to keep it efficient, right? So in Cypress, how to do that is like, we have a commands file under support. It is by default when we install Cypress, we will have the support folder, and then we have this commands file in it. So in this commands file, make sure you have this import get from lodash slash get, this script you need to have it. So this, where it will be available is like, you have Cypress folder. Under Cypress folder you have support folder. Under support folder you will have commands.js file. In this commands.js file, make sure you have this line of code. And now you these are the reusable methods I have. So once I define it here, I can use just this name instead of all this code. So we are cutting down that much lengthy code in every across all the tests. So for example, if I have to log in with a non-admin access, then I just have to use this command across any number of tests that I have. So I am cutting down this many lines of code in across a test, right? So that is efficiency. So that so for it's very good to have a reusable methods in any framework. So in Cypress, how we do is like, let's say you have a test like this. So in your test, say I have under this, there's a drop down test. So in this, now I'm going to maybe these two steps I will be using across many tests. Then what I'm doing is like, I'm going to support folder, opening this commands.js and adding it as a command. How we add it as is Cypress with capital C. Cypress dot commands with starting with capital C, add, and this is for sure we need to give. And here what we give is our choice. In this quotes, whatever name we want to give, say method one reuse, I want to, actually this should be good enough that you can understand from it. Maybe, for example, you can say non-admin login. When you see this name, you can understand by reading it itself. It is like logging in as a non-admin access, like a privileges will be of non-admin. So if you say another admin login, so your this command is like, you are it is allowing you to log in into the so and so application with admin access, like that. So launch application, it is just going to launch your application. So it should, the command name whichever you're going to give should be readable enough and understandable enough. For this test, I'm just saying that my test is drop down test, where we have done in the last video, selecting from the drop down. So Amazon drop down, so select Amazon value. So it's a bit specific, right? So that's why I'm keeping like that. Now this name doesn't should not have any spaces in it. It should be a single value, so you can use anything, but it has, that should not have any spaces. Now that is your choice. And now what you do is, after this, whatever steps that you want to reuse, maybe this or this step you want to reuse in many tests, then keep it here. Now this is your command, say it. This is how we will use. select Amazon value. See, instead of those lines, we are only having one line, and this can be used any package under my integration folder. So that is how we are going to reuse this method. And command stage dot js, whatever we add it as, we can call it like this with cy command. Now if I run, let me run the test. There is a syntax error, maybe in the commands, I think. It has to be curly brace and then curly brace end. Okay, where did I go wrong? Oh, there is no. Okay, now it should work. Yes. Yeah, I'm going those two steps, which launching that is Amazon and selecting the value from the select drop down. Yes, my test is passed. So now I can use this command which I have given here, right? So this command I can use anywhere, be it in this test or some other test in the same file or somewhere else also I can use. So that is how we can make reusable methods in Cypress in the commands.js file. Thank you.